Congratulations. By the way, I'm Nolly for Family Worldwide. So I'd like to ask, aside from the pride and the prizes that you will get as Miss Eco International, what other opportunities await you in the next 12 months of your training?
I think it's the fact that I'll be traveling doing my advocacies. I'm not quite sure yet which countries I'll be visiting or which type of charity event I'll be doing. But other than that, I checked the last winners, what they have done, and I think that I'm very excited for that. I mean, I mentioned last time that since my grandma passed away, I really don't know which path to go or what to do in life. So I think this is a really good start for me of dedicating my life to be at the service for other people. But I'm very excited.
If you have your way, ano yung mga places na gusto mong puntahan bilang Miss Eco International?
Actually, a lot. I mean, I would love also to visit like Europe places that I've been wanting to visit. Of course, the places that people need more voices or help also, it would be nice. But it was funny to think of because Egypt has always been a place that I wanted to visit, knowing the fact that I haven't really seen my dad or never had any information about him. And the closest to getting that is someone from Egypt, and I think that helped me a lot. Just visiting there, winning the crown also. So I got 2 missions in there and I think I got both of it.
Okay, so since nandito ka na, paano mo mapapwede promote yung cause ng organization, yung Miss Eco International Organization, na nandito ka na sa Pilipinas?
Of course, since I arrived, I took my time first to rest, since it was really a short but such an exhausting journey. I had fun at the same time, but I think that I'll furthermore focus on my advocacy, making sure people know about it more or do more works about it in line with Miss Eco organization also. I know that we're going to be doing a lot of collaboration, and it's something I'm excited to talk about later on and to do my works later on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hello, Alexie.
Hello
This is
po.
First and foremost, congratulations
Thank you.
for bringing home the 3rd crown of Miss Eco International 2025. I just want to know, how does it feel that you brought home the 3rd crown of Miss Eco and you are the first ever to bring home the crown under the Miss Philippines wing?
I mean, other than the feeling of gratitude and excitement and of course pride, I'm very happy knowing that I'm representing other people, of course. I mean, it's the fact that I think I look different than other prototype, and I've always thought to myself that maybe I can't go home win the crown, maybe because I look different or I am different, but it just proved to people that maybe if you're authentic to yourself, if you're genuine with what you want, then later on God will really bless you with what your heart's desire. But I'm really happy and grateful with the people who have helped me. All of them really contributed so much to where I am or to who I am today. So my heart's just so full of gratitude right now.
And my second question is, you actually say the runway, your passerella was on point. Who trained you that?
For my passerella, of course, I trained with CJ one time. I asked her Jojo to help me. But the whole time, I trained with Anton, the one from Cebu. Since Miss Universe Philippines, he was the one who trained me na up until Miss Eco. But I had one session with CJ and she really helped me a lot. But the whole time, it was Anton. And I have my passerella coach from Iloilo, Russell. So whenever I get to visit home, I had time to them. But si Mama Anton talaga, he's always been dedicated into helping. Sabi ko, malagain mo ako. So binonggahan naman talaga.
Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you. Of course, I trained with Mama J. Mama J really helped me also. Sabi niya, patingin muna. So before ako umalis, I checked the assignment and I'm really grateful for Mama J. Thank you.
Yes.
Nabasbas na ni Mama J. Kaya pala nanalo. Now we know.
Thank you po.
Mabuhay, hello. First of all, big congratulations to Alexie
Thank you.
for the honor you brought to our country, our beloved Philippines. I was able to watch you from your send-off party to the airport and up to the first day and to the last day of your stints in Egypt. And how are you able to maintain that beautiful momentum and positivity in Alexie despite all the pressure coming from the pageant fans around the world, specifically the Filipino pageant fans?
well, the pressure po. I mean, of course, I think it's hard, but I think it's really a part of it. I was an athlete, and to be honest, I think the sports pressure was so much worse for me than this one. Because I feel like on this one, yung kalaban mo lang din naman is the person you see in the mirror. Of course, we all have different perception of beauty. We all have different level of deepness into intelligence. But in the end of the day, other people's opinion about you doesn't really matter. Kasi if you let other people words get into you, ikaw din naman matatalo. So I think it's okay to feel pressured, but most of the time you should know to yourself that if andun ka lang, then at least you give your best. And what's more important is the people around you, the ones that you love, the ones who loves you, know that you're doing your best and you're making them happy and proud. So it's okay to feel pressure. Sometimes it adds into the adrenaline, but I hope na wag nang masira yung confidence natin.
Wow. Follow-up question. One of the trending reels na ginawa nyo, yung hashtag sumakses. So, what was the start of it? And what was the reaction of Miss Nigeria and the other country?
Actually, kasi of course, yun nga, yung common misconception about me is they thought I'm always serious, they thought I'm just so composed all the time. But my friends, especially George Maisdalis, he knows ever since na I'm just like a funny person. I would joke around and all. So I thought it would be a fun way to express myself, and the fact that it's always on TikTok all the time. So I'm just happy to be doing that content with them, and we took a shot like 15 times when namin siya inulit until we finished it, and then they asked me what it meant. I explained it to them, and they actually want me to do the same video again after I won the crown. But when I woke up in the morning, some of the girls, I think they have flights na and they left. So I'm hoping maybe we can do it online na para sumakses nila.
Last question. Since sumakses na nga, no? So how do you plan to give back to the community with that?
Of course, to make sure that I'm of service to people, I'll dedicate my life, or at least my journey right now, into helping, giving back. I don't think I can give back enough on the time and efforts and the support they give towards me, especially when I know I have a supporter in Iloilo, and they went to the Harrow Church in there, they even prayed for me, which I think that's a different level of love and support towards other people, you know, parang giving them time of praying to the Lord, to Jesus. That's very helpful talaga. So I think when I get home or when I'm here, I make sure that I'll be able to cater to people, I'll do my advocacy, I'll be out of service, as long as of course it's not taking so much in me. Thank you. Thank you, of course, thank you po.
Hello, good afternoon here.
Hi po.
Armin Andino from the Philippine Daily Inquirer. I'd like to know, how did you spend the last 2 days since you arrived here in Manila? And did you already have a period of reflection on what transpired in Egypt? Napanood mo na ba yung sarili mo sa YouTube? At ano nga, pagmumuni-muni ang ginawa mo?
Actually, since I arrived, I asked Mama Jay, sabi ko, Ma, 2 days muna rest ako. Sabi niya, go lang na. So the first day I did is make sure I eat all the food that I wanted to eat. I cooked myself some food, and I had some sisig, it's usually my favorite. And then after that, I took some time to pray with my grandma. Because I felt like the whole journey, she was there, she was supporting me. I've never felt so confident yet so powerful at the same time, knowing I feel like I have a guardian angel watching my every step and every move. So I got home, I sat down, I lit the candle, I prayed to my grandma, and I sent out my gratitude to her na parang feel ko, it's not possible for me to be achieving this without her. And of course, I watch my video also. Most of the time, I really don't like watching my own video of me talking or me competing, but I made sure I watched the production number. I don't dance, and I don't know what happened. So I said, panoorin ko nga tinawag kasi nilang BD Alexie daw ako doon. So I watched it, and it was fun. It was a good experience na I saw myself actually succeeding, and behind that, I saw the people who was there cheering for me and the whole country that I'm making proud. So it was just all of reflection, writing down the notes and making sure na parang I was talking to Isa na kanina na parang the journey felt like it was such an alignment. Because I remember way back 2 months ago, I was listing down the realization that I learned to this competition, and sabi ko baka manalo nga ako. But I was in denial kasi parang I don't want to think about it so much naman. Up until I checked all the boxes, I checked all the lists, and things worked out. So I really thought it was such a great redirection for me.
Thank you very much. Just one more question. Thank you for sharing the article that I wrote on Trinity Dai. So, did you receive any feedback na they are heeding your call na magkaroon ng more positivity in pageants and recognizing na friendship ang habol ng mga babae doon at huwag pag-awa-awayin ng mga fans?
I think it is true naman. I think most of the time, yun yung sabi ko, like we all have different perceptions of beauty, or like we have different bets. But most of the time, the girls, we are friends. Like what happened between me and Atisa, magkasama kaming dalawa. We're really good friends naman, but other people are the one making conflicts between us online that most of the time is not real. And the same thing that happened with these Trinity friends of mine, Indonesia and Thailand. Pag magkasama kaming tatlo, ayun lang, perlagulan lang naman and tawanan and all. But people online are the one creating this. And I hope that people would see it more talaga as a celebration, as a gathering place for women to celebrate their uniqueness or their culture and their differences. Kasi in the end of the day, if the pageantry is all about empowering other women, how can we empower other people if other people would stop bashing online and so on? Social media is really, really important talaga. And I hope that instead of us commenting about something that we don't agree on, it's always easier to just keep our silence na lang siguro and just promote, or let's say talk more about positivity, because other people really is going through a lot, and it wouldn't take so much out of you just to be kind to other people.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to our media friends for all the questions. I think later you can have time to ask her after. But of course, hindi ako magpapahuli. May question din naman ako, syempre, sa ating Miss Eco International 2025. So, Alexie, nakipag-chikahan na tayo earlier, but I want you to share it with our media friends. Did you expect to win? Were there signs? Yun nga, you mentioned alignment. Can you share it with us para alam namin yung mga signs na dapat namin tingnan din? Tingnan? Hindi. Pero yun, ano yung mga signs na nakita mo? And yun, how was the journey for you?
Ayun nga, I was talking to Isa earlier, tapos I was looking through my phone and I checked that the last time I added dun sa notes na yun was 3 weeks ago. And I've started writing down the notes since last January. I think it's because, yun nga, I mentioned I haven't met my dad, never seen my dad, and I knew he was a musician and he has a band in Lebanon before, which their lead singer was an Egyptian guy, which apparently he was the only one that I can find online. And I tried reaching out, but he was very popular in Egypt, that it's hard for me to reach out. So the only way for me maybe to communicate with him is if I try visiting Egypt later on and so on. And I realized, oh my God, I'm competing in Egypt. So that was one of it. And then later I realized na parang sabi ko, it makes sense because yun nga, I grew up in a generational farmer family. And Miss Eco was just a way of promoting this. It's very important for me because I grew up. It is true, when I was in a young age, I would sell fruits and vegetables in a young age. Yung bread and butter never with my grandma. So I realized all of these things are just really alignment. And then the fact that it's the first time yung Miss Eco nga tumupit na Alexandria, it's so close in my name, and a lot of things pa. And I was listing it down, and I was talking to Tito Jerry about this. Sabi niya, baka Alexie, sa'yo na nga. But yun nga, I don't want to jinx it, and I don't want to think about it so much up until dalawa na lang kami ni Indonesia na tira. And then the reason why I actually cried is because, of course, not that it's just a birthday gift for my grandma, but it made me happy and scared at the same time that manifestation is actually really real. That just because some things don't work out for you doesn't mean that greater things won't come along. So I think it's really important for us to understand that some things really fail, some things don't work out, because eventually the ones that we need the most or we can give off the most will come to us eventually.
Agree. If it's for you, it's for you. So it's true, the crown really is for you, our Miss Eco International 2025. Let's all clap for Alexie. And your beautiful bouquet of flowers. Alright, so we can now take a photo up actually just for Alexie. So Alexie, may message ka ba sa iyong supporters and media friends and the organization for your journey to the crown?
Of course, first and foremost, I want to thank all the media team who came here today to have this time of us congratulating me, of course, and spending this time with me that I'm willing to congratulate, of course, all the people who have supported me with this journey, to Sir V, to Mama J, to Empire family, to everyone, to all my family and friends, even to Tito Jerry, to everyone. I just want to say thank you also so much for your help and for your support. I don't think I'll be here, I won't be here without all of you, so maraming salamat po.
Yes. How are you feeling right now as a Miss Eco International 2025? How does it feel to be a queen?
Yun nga, kasi earlier I was talking to some of the team from Empire and I said na parang still hasn't sunk in yet sa akin. Kasi maybe because when I got home, I've been resting well, I've been in prayers with my grandma. So parang regardless, I'm just happy that I won, I got the crown, and I'm not only bringing home the crown for the pride for the Filipinos, but of course as a birthday gift for my grandma. So I'm more excited about the journey that I'll do with the crown than just winning the crown alone.
And yes, you made Iloilo, the Philippines, everyone proud, especially your Lola. So yes, we're so proud of you. And before we let the media ask questions, we would also like to call on the Executive Vice President of Miss Universe Philippines, Sir Voltaire Tayag, to give a message of gratitude and a message of congratulatory message.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to all the media that have been tirelessly supporting our queens, and of course, Alexie. Alexie was absolutely right during her Q&A. She said, we all have the same mother, Mama J. And when she arrived, the first thing I told her was like, oh my gosh, your amazing performance was really something else. It was heartfelt. We've heard that question so many times, and yet it's never been answered in such a beautiful way. And it was so genuine and so heartfelt. And that's why I'm so proud of you. But one thing that I want to tell people is, Alexie is, in pageants, we always have people that resist change, that resist the transformation. They say, oh, ganito talaga ako. This is who I am. And they don't want to change and they don't want to do anything. But with Alexie, she's going to be more comfortable in a hoodie and sneakers, no makeup. But this woman transforms, and she does things and goes out of her comfort zone in order to get that goal, because she's determined. And I think that's the athlete in her, that discipline that she has, and that tenacity to just go for whatever it is that's in front of her. That's something that I've always admired about you. And thank you so much for bringing so much pride to our country.
Thank you. Chelsea and photo with Chelsea and
Mama J, our mother Earth.